Good night, everyone. Doing tonight, God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma J. Spiritual Divine. I'm here to give you a word on tonight and a little short news. If I can find my glasses. Okay, we was dealing with the shutdown. So we got a little extension until May the 8th. That's just a week or now, so we still have to come up with something else before May the 8th. The senator passed a short-term funding bill to avert the government shutdown. So the House voted to pass the short-term funding, bill to avert partial government shutdown. Now the bill only keep for the government open for another week. That's all. And set up for another shutdown the road. I wish I was able to help. I really do. You know, uh, so when you have it up to the 8th, that's just for 1 week. Then we're gonna still be in the same predicament from day one. Trying to come up with funds for the shutdown. So the new funding deadline is for the governor's spending bill are now March the 8th through the 22nd. So we still don't have much time. So we just stalled that along for 1 week and then we at the drawing board again. You know, and the Bipartisan agreement, this for the border. They need they need this bill to be passed. You know, um, to continue on supporting the people of Ukraine and Israel. So they say we've been friends with Israel since 1994. I don't know how long with Ukraine. They defend themselves against terrorists while others provide much needed assistance to civil affected by conflict around them. So they need this bill, to continue on supporting them and also for the border, because we definitely need security all around the border. Request that Congress pass this bipartisan national security agreement, you know, um, trying to help the border, get straight, so that's trying to help pass that bill for the border and to continue on supporting Israel and Iran. So I just have a short word on to unite. Sometimes when it's short, it's still good. So calling Matthews. Matthew chapter 9, verse 9 through 13. So as Jesus had went on from there, you know, he saw a man. Jesus he spot people, spot people away. He saw a man named Matthews, sitting at the tax collector, booth. So following me, he told him, and Matthew got up and followed him. Now he saw the man. All he did was tell him, get up and follow me. Because he already know about it. All he got to do is read his heart, and see, Jesus already know it. I need you to just get up. And Matthews, he obeyed and followed. Because they say here, Matthew was a Jew, who was appointed by Romans to be in the area of tax collector. Now, he collect taxes from citizens as well as from merchants passing through the town. Now, tax collectors are expected to take commission, on the taxes, and they are collected, but most of them would overcharge. It will overcharge and keep partial, profit. And those tax collectors was hated, by the Jews, and because of their relationship with cheating and because of their alliance with Rome. So when Jesus had called Matthews, to be one of his disciples, Matthew obeyed and followed. you know, and he decided to leave behind, everything behind, and follow Jesus. He ain't asking no question. See, that's the reason why when Jesus said for Matthews to come on, you know, and so the Jews, they hated him, because he was overcharging people with their taxes, and so they're like, you want somebody like that to follow us, and he been getting over on people, overcharging people in their taxes, So Jesus knew everything about Matthew by looking at his heart, So why Jesus was having dinner? Why Jesus was having dinner with Matthews? At his house. Many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. So him and his disciple was by Matthew's house. And then the other, sinners had came and eaten with Jesus and the disciple. So all of them sitting at the table eating. And so other people passing by. Why he sitting at that table with Matthews and all those sinners? And so and when Jesus had visited Matthew, Jesus didn't look at his reputation. You know, it doesn't matter who he's sitting with. He's here for the lost. Matthew's former position was well known, and people did not yet know of his new life, as a disciple because of his past. So sometimes people ain't gonna forget, and sometimes, and sometimes when they find out the truth, they still gonna forget. They want that stuck in there. All they know are Matthews, what he was doing, overcharging people, and so when Jesus sitting at the table with them, they're like, what he sitting at the table, with him for, and so Jesus is here for the lost, for the broken, he here for the sick. He not here for someone that's well. He not here for someone that's know it already. He not here for somebody praising God already. He here for the brokenhearted, for the sinners, and for anybody that need his help, that is lost. And so Jesus gonna sit there. Jesus don't worry about his reputation. Now, see, his disciples and the Jews, they was worrying about worrying about their reputation, but they were pretending like they're worrying about Jesus' reputation. But all the while, it was theirs. Because Jesus wasn't worrying about his reputation. Because it's like, he's like, I'm gonna sit with who I need to sit with, because he's gonna sit with the brokenhearted. He's gonna sit with the lost. He's gonna sit with somebody sick, a sinner. That's who Jesus gonna sit with, because he said that's what he was sent here for. So when the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, why does your teacher eat with the tax collectors, sinners? So that's what Jesus is gonna be at. Jesus wants to get everybody that can close to God. Who don't know God, who is lost. And so Jesus gonna preach that word. Preach that word to the one that don't even know it. Preach that one to the one that's lost, the one that's broken, the one that don't know better, the one that's overcharging people. So they was worrying about their own reputation. Jesus declared that he had come to call sinners and not the righteous. That's just like he was saying with the 99 sheep. And one ran away. The one ran away is lost. Well, you still here with the righteous, or you gonna go after that one sheep that's lost? So Jesus will go after the one that's lost. So he gonna deal with the loss, and he ain't worried about his reputation. That's his job to seek the lost. You know, and so on the hearing of this, Jesus said, "It is not the healthy, you know, who need a doctor, but the sick." Let me say that again. Jesus said, and I had to ask my mama that. You know, I had asked my mama that one time. She said, "You strong." You know, she's strong. She said she only help the ones that need help. Jesus said that he said he don't help the healthy one, that don't need a doctor. He helped the sick that need help. So the Pharisees constantly tried to trap Jesus, you know, trying to say he around the sinners and he because you know what Matthew did. He's trying to say he around the sinners and all this kind of stuff. Why he's sitting around them, And so Jesus, they were more concerned with maintaining their own appearance of holiness, than with helping people. That like certain people may not be on your certain level or might look a certain way. You know, you you don't want to help them because it might rub off, what people say. Who is so people? What did you do? You know, and so Jesus wasn't worried about that. He's gonna help whoever needs help. It doesn't matter how he look, or whatever. Jesus didn't worry about the appearance. He worried about helping souls. And so, but go and learn what this means. So I desire mercy and sacrifices, for I have not come to care for the righteous, but for sinners. Now he's expressed that over and over. He ain't come to help the righteous. He come to help. He come to help the sick, the sinners. So Jesus had desired the merciful heart, a heart like his. Mercy cover all sin, and he sees beyond what his person is does. He who a person is. And so that's what he did with Matthews. He had searched Matthews' heart, his soul. That's why he ain't asked no question. That's why he saw that man over there. Look, I need you to follow me. And Matthew ain't asked no question. He obeyed, he followed. He know that's a man of God. And so he sees beyond what a person does to who a person is. All of us need the mercy of God. That's why I always say, thank you for your grace and your mercy. That the grace and your mercy, that's what cover us. Because a lot of time, we don't deserve God's love sometimes. Cause he is a patient God. I know he's patient with me. And it won't be for his grace and his mercy covering us. A lot of time we don't know what's gonna happen to us. He covered us with his grace and mercy. Grace and mercy of God for sin and for in fit falling. So like I said, this was a short one. Jesus was letting us know, for us prophets, that's the ones you're gonna suffer. You're not gonna see somebody sitting over there looking like Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. You're not gonna go to that one. You're gonna go to one that's lost, that's broken. And see, if you is a prophet and you's a spiritual, you can, you got to learn how to search people. I know I do. You got to search them. Jesus was way over there and searched Matthew heart. It's time he got up, he saw that man sitting there. It's time he got over to Matthew. I just need you to follow me. Follow me. Because he knew everything. You know, he know he was overcharging people. He know he was doing this and doing that. You know, and that's not the one you're not gonna grab. That's the one you're gonna say follow. And people don't understand. They kept on trying to come to Jesus. You know who he is. You know what he was doing. Jesus already know. Jesus already know. And he turned out to be a good man. And a lot of people think he cannot be transformed. Look at Paul. Paul wasn't a disciple. Paul wanted to hurt all the Israelites. Anybody talk about Jesus, and say his name, I'm going to put you in jail. Before he can get to the Israelite, Jesus had showed up. And so anybody can be transformed. Matthews turned out to be a good disciple. Turned out to be a good disciple. You know, and so, and then when a lot of them, so when he started walking with Jesus, they ain't know nothing about Matthew new life. They ain't know nothing about he a disciple now. He not getting over on people no more. And so they looking. They say, well, what is he doing walking with Jesus? What is he doing with the crowd, with the disciple? Because they ain't know nothing about his new life yet. Jesus had to scoop him up, transform him to be this good man. Jesus, we want them to have a heart like his. Love, and he won't be manipulating people, getting over on people, and Matthew had turned out to be a good disciple and a good person. Because after he followed Jesus, we didn't hear nothing else bad about him or he was stealing again. We didn't hear nothing else about Matthews. So he turned out to be good after all. So remember, just because a person don't dress nice, or whatever the case is, and you're a prophet, that's the ones we're going to look at. That's the ones we're going to sit at the table with, And just like God said, your enemies sit at your table, that's how Jesus is. Jesus going to sit at that table with sinners. And everybody wonder what he doing. He doing what he was supposed to do. He not gonna leave them out in the cold. He gonna learn them. He gonna scold them. He gonna give them instruction. He gonna tell them, Matthew didn't get over on nobody else no more after he was a disciple. And so we also talk about you still need that proportion, bill to pass. Also it will help the Israel and Iran, and so and we need extra security, at the border, and so we also talk about the shutdown. We got they get to March the 8th. I mean 1 more week, and then we're gonna be back at square one again. Just like I said, I wish I can help at this moment. So we're gonna be at square one again, trying to help, trying to figure out how we're gonna get the funds for this shutdown. So that's all I have for you today. Y'all have a nice night, and I'll see y'all in the next video.